Welcome to Words I Hope Save You. I'm Leah, and this podcast is my little corner of softness in a world that often asks us to be hard. Here I share honest reflections, short letters about transitions, shifting dreams, and finding strength in gentleness. Let's take a deep breath together. Breathe in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And let's begin. I used to fill every silence. Noise felt safer than stillness. Because when everything around me was loud with work, conversations, distractions, even just scrolling endlessly, I didn't have to hear myself. I didn't have to notice what was waiting. But over time, I realized that the quiet is where life speaks. It's where the part of us that is so true, it feels like it's at the core, our center. It's where that starts to crawl and come up through us. And it's not easy. Being quiet can feel like holding your breath, like waiting for something to rush in and distract you again. But in those moments when I actually let myself stay in the silence, I notice something. Words begin to flow differently, my thoughts untangle, my body softens, and there's a calm I can't find anywhere else. It's almost like a different layer of myself starts to become visible. A year into living in a new country, I found myself reaching for quiet more than I used to. At first, it felt heavy, like loneliness. But the more I let myself sit in it, the more I began to see the stillness was asking me to listen to myself, to what I really need, to what's next. And when I look back into my final months in Dublin, I can see that was already starting. It was starting with trusting myself. Instead of asking other people's opinions, I was trusting myself and I was listening to myself. Yoga has been my biggest teacher in all of this. On the mat, silence is never empty. It's full. It's full of breath. It's full of feeling, sensation. It's full of the kind of truth I can't hear when I'm distracted. Journaling is the same. Sometimes it looks like I'm scribbling thoughts, but what I'm really doing is listening. And yet, the quiet isn't always peaceful. Sometimes it brings up grief, a lot of grief, or fear, or the reminder of something I'd forgot, or would rather forget. But even that has its place. Because I've learned that the things I resist are often the things I need to hear. I've often sat in quiet just to see if something will come up because I'm feeling a type of grief or I'm feeling sad and I want to know what that is so I can get it out of my system. And it's not going to get out of my system unless I can hear it. The quiet is where we meet ourselves, not the version we show to others, not the one who performs strength, but the raw, unarmored self. And if we're gentle enough, that meeting can be the beginning of healing. Today, I invite you, even just for 2 minutes, 1 minute, to sit with yourself in the quiet. No music, no phone, no pressure to meditate perfectly, to sit up straight, to breathe a certain way, to clear your mind. No expectation. Just a moment to notice what arises when the noise fades. And sometimes this can take longer than a minute, so maybe a minute every day and see where that takes you. because in the quiet, life will speak. And maybe if you let it, you'll hear exactly what you've been waiting for. Silence can feel uncomfortable, but it's often the doorway to clarity. And what will you hear if you just give yourself permission to be still? Thank you for spending this time with me here on Words I Hope Save You. I hope something in these reflections met you where you are. Remember, you don't have to be hard to be strong, and your softness is not a weakness, it's your truth. Until next time, be gentle with yourself.